I've been wanting to make this video for a long, long time. Now, I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, and most of it is pretty good. Let's be honest, most of my life is pretty good. But a good chunk of it has been bad. I'd say 45% of my life was bad. Very, very bad. When I was born, February 21st, 2009, I was a preemie. I was supposed to be born in May. May 29th, 2009 was when I was supposed to be born. And that did not happen. That did not happen. I was born in February. That's a, 4-month difference? I think. And off the bat, that wasn't good. And in that time, in the NICU, is what it was called, what it is called, I was in there for, I would like to say 6-7 months of my life was just NICU. I didn't have a home. Well, I did, but I didn't go there. I don't remember this obviously, but what I've been told is, I was there by myself. My mom was there with me. She was a trooper through all of it. Other family. It was, scary. And also there, they learned that, oh, your appendix isn't looking good, right? So, shit happened. And like I said on the channel, they burst. I was away from the NICU for a minute, right? And I want to say now I wasn't even a year old, or maybe I was a year old. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. And my parents just said, oh, of what they've told me, they said whenever you would eat, it would just come right back up. And I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. Turns out, well, my appendix wasn't doing well, like the doctor said, and they burst. They burst. And I talked about a lot on the channel. I've shown my scar and everything. That's why I can't get abs, right? I've talked about it a few times, so I'm not going to say it, like, insanely again. But I died twice. They had to pump air into me so I didn't stay dead. So that sucks. So up until, I guess, preschool, I was okay. I don't know how old preschool, I think it's, 3? I was fine by then, but shit was bad. It was scary. Kindergarten. Kindergarten was fun. What I remember, I liked the teacher. There's some cool guys there, friends. But, hip explosion, hip dysplasia. Basically, there was a big ball of mucus that was in my hip. That if it wasn't taken out, it was going to spread through my entire body and kill me. That's one spicy meatball. Now, I said meatball kind of weird there because low-key, I'm sick as shit, right? Not sick, but like allergy sick, so, if I sound kind of weird nasally, I don't know if I'm gonna have my face cam on for this video, but I have a box of tissues right next to me, so I can blow my nose, so that's kind of why I'm a little bit like graggly. But anyways, kindergarten was alright. Besides the hip dysplasia thingy, I had to wear a bag on my hip, like a fluid bag that was trying to like get the fluids into my body to kill the mucus. There's no scar from it actually, but I know I was put under the what's it called, the sleepy gas for a lot. I remember that. I remember being put under the gas a lot, and it's freaky. 1st grade through 4th grade. Almost every year through my elementary school life, I was bullied. My friends were more outcasts. My friends were more of the people that people didn't like. I didn't play sports. I wasn't popular. I didn't go to a big elementary school. We maybe had 100 people, maybe 110. I don't even think that much. But a lot of the people in my grade specifically did not like me. I was annoying, I was loud, I was kind of not the smartest guy ever. I was elementary school, you're not going to be like the brightest guy in the world, but I would sit with people and they'd walk away. I would talk to people, they ignore me. I would talk about my interests and they wouldn't care. I would sit with people in the rooms and they would stand up and walk somewhere else. And I'm not going to say, oh, that traumatized me, but I mean, it did hurt that even as a child, people did not like me. And I wasn't even that bad. I was maybe a little bit loud and annoying, like I said, but overall, I wasn't like the worst person ever. I wasn't a dickhead. I was just a kid, man. Upper elementary or 5th and 6th grade. COVID times, if you will. 5th grade, I want to say the worst year of my life. Not because I was like bullied or anything, because I got super into anime. And I love anime. I do. But, I was what they call a weeb. I watched maybe 20 different animes, and I wanted to be every single one of them at the same time. I wanted to be Goku, I wanted to be Deku, I wanted to be, goddamn, what's that girl's name from OK K-On? That girl, I wanted to be a singer. I wasn't like, okay, that sounds kind of weird. I didn't want to be a girl itself, I just wanted to be like a singer. I did Dragon Ball Z moves in my room, but, I mean, everyone does that, but people didn't like me for that. I was also kind of annoying still, but it was because I was just weird. Or what they say is weird. I would talk about anime to people. I would say anime quotes. People didn't like me. 6th grade, COVID. It was all online. You know, people didn't really care because, you know, people didn't bully me or anything because they couldn't. You know, I wasn't in the same room as them. Also, the same year I grew my hair out down to my shoulders. I'll try to find a picture of it if I can. So it's kind of funny. I might grow it out like that again. I don't know. That was kind of cool, but it was kind of bad. People made fun of me, called me a girl for it. I don't know. I didn't style it well. It was a middle part, so but yeah, that wasn't fun. But middle school, where things kind of picked up, if you will. 7th and 8th grade, or middle school. Now 7th grade was kind of a weird year. I can't remember much from it, to be honest with you. But it was pretty much just like upper elementary. Except 8th graders hated me. I was still the same annoying kid. The 8th graders did not like that. They did not like me one bit. There was maybe 3 that actually kind of liked me because they had similar interests to me. Overall, they didn't like me a whole lot, man. I remember them saying, "Oh, shut up, Kale." I didn't even know who the hell these guys were. And like, "Oh, shut up, Kale." They knew me for some reason. They knew who I was. I didn't know them. They knew me. It's like, "Oh, hey, Kale, shut up," or "Hey, Kale, you're annoying," or "Hey, Kale, you know, go away." I'm like, "Dog, I don't even know who you are. Like, I don't talk to you. I'm not acknowledging you. Like, I don't know." I made a new friend though. I made a new group of friends. Not well, group of friend for 2 people. Oh, they were cool. Drama happened a lot though, and people made fun of me for being friends with them because they were gay, well, lesbian, and people made fun of me a lot. These group of guys actually made fun of me for it. But funny enough, the same group of guys that bullied me for it actually became my new group of best friends in 8th grade. Now, 8th grade was not a good year. It was a year that I kind of became a dickhead to people. It was not my proudest moment in life. Like, I had a group of friends, they were lesbian, and I didn't make fun of them for being gay. I love LGBTQ. One of my close friends is still that was part of that group is still one of my close friends. Like, she's like a sister to me. She's one of my best friends of all time. I don't talk to her too much, but I miss her, man. I don't still talk to her a lot. I should probably talk to her after this. But literally, my girlfriend right now, she's bisexual, and I love her. So, yeah. But that's just, prove I don't actually dislike LGBTQ at all. Just say that out there. But I made fun of them. The group of friends that I had in 7th grade, when I joined the guy friends. They were funny. They were good people, but, they weren't the nicest guys of all time, and I didn't either. I changed who I was near them, and that was my first ever taste of losing myself for others' gain. The reason The main reason I talk about be yourself is because that group of guy friends didn't like me for who I was. Like, for who I am is a nerd. I love nerded things. I have boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I love anime, I love Dragon Ball Z, superheroes, Marvel, DC, Pokemon, all that shit. And they didn't like that. I didn't tell them I liked that stuff because if they found out, I wouldn't be liked and I would go back to being kind of a loser again. I didn't want that. So I just didn't tell them I liked it. I lied to them. I became a dickhead because that's what they wanted me to be. And, for a while that worked. People didn't respect me, people that were formerly my friends didn't respect me anymore, but I didn't care at the time. I was getting in trouble with them at school, and it was fun. A little part of me was upset, but honestly, I didn't care at the time. But I would I would soon find out. Now, well, I kind of now. High school, freshman year. I had a girlfriend. First homecoming. She was cool. But we had a lot of fights. And mostly, they were because of not being myself, changing who I was, becoming a dickhead to her when I was with my guy friends. Because that's what they wanted me to be. They said shit to her. I didn't do anything. Because that's not what they would want me to do. And looking back, that was a terrible thing to do. I should have not talked to them. I should have stopped talking. I should have not gone near them, not respected them, left them alone. But I didn't. Because I wanted their gain still. Not their gain, but I convinced myself that if they stopped being friends with me, if they stopped talking to me, I would go back to being bullied again. And I would go back to just not being liked and go back to being the loser that I was all those years ago in elementary school and upper elementary, middle school kind of area. That wasn't true, but I figured that out way too late. Me and her had a good relationship for the most part. She was mean, to be honest. I'm not gonna say anything terrible, but wasn't the best. I'm not saying it's abusive or anything, but it just wasn't the healthiest. Wasn't yeah, it wasn't healthy. In my freshman year of high school, I picked up a weight. I started working out. Also, in middle school, I joined wrestling, which was a sport I have been doing now for 3 years, 4 years. And it was fun. 7th grade, I sucked. 7th grade, I was bad, man. I was bad. I was not good. But that was fine. It was my first year. 8th grade, did very good. Genuinely amazing. But high school freshman year is where a lot of shit happened. That's where everything bad happened, I guess. And I want to tell you what happened in my freshman year of high school. That's kind of what this whole video is leading up to. What happened in my freshman year of high school started from wrestling practice. Wrestling itself, but wrestling practice as well. What happened then was I was around the weight of, I think, 130, around 130. Pounds. And they said, oh, okay, wrestle 132 or whatever. Okay, I was, okay, cool. And I started to develop an eating disorder where I wouldn't eat a lot of food because I just didn't want to, which wasn't insane. I want a lot of protein because the reason I started to lift weights and work out was, okay, protein's cool. And my little mind was like, oh, I don't need carbs. I just need protein. Carbs don't matter. Carbs suck. They make you gain weight. And I don't know why I didn't want to do that in the first place, to gain muscle, but because I just didn't listen to anyone online and didn't listen to my father, which I probably should have. Definitely should have. Listened to my family as well, but I didn't do it like that. I did it my own way, and that was stupid. I developed an eating disorder where it went from just not eating a lot of carbs to never eating carbs to not eating in general. I started the year, my freshman year for wrestling, at 130 pounds. I ended the year at 124. Mind you, I was 5'7" and 124 pounds. I was not healthy. I'm not gonna. I don't have a picture anymore, but there's a picture of me, and my cheeks were sunk in it. Like they were like here. Hold on. They were like that. Kind of like a mewing face, but permanently. I also developed depression due to other outside things in my life that were happening at the same time that I'm not going to go into, nor I go into. Um, just that's the reason that my mom's not on the channel. She's alive, but not here. And I went through depression because of that, and eating disorder, and just hating myself. I hated myself. I didn't respect myself. I didn't feed my body. I worked out, but not really. Every time something bad would happen, I would just blame myself. I was diagnosed with depression, and it was the worst, I'd say 7, 8 months of my life. It really, really was. And I talk about depression a lot on the channel because I went through it. But if you ever are depressed, if you ever have suicidal thoughts, if you ever like have an eating disorder, anything that I went through, I understand. And I promise you it will get better because I got better. I got way better due to therapy and help. And you can too. I know you can because I did it and I thought I couldn't, but I did. And I know you can too. On the topic of suicide, on February 21st, 2024, I was going to take my own life. I've never told anyone this publicly, besides 2 people. One of them that was there during it, the other one's my girlfriend now. And I was going to. I was so depressed, and things weren't getting better at the time. Things were getting worse. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't really have much. I had one person to go to. I didn't have anyone else. In my mind, I did not have my whole family, but in my mind, I had no one that I trusted enough and I thought would care enough about me because I didn't care about myself. So I thought, oh, if I don't care about myself, why would they? Right? I'm myself. I know myself better than anyone else, and I don't care. So they're not gonna care. They don't care about me. No one does. No one should. I'm a piece of shit. I hate. Everyone hates me. I was going to, but I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't. Cause that helped from at the time my girlfriend, which is pretty cool. You know, shout out her. You know, for that one at least. And later, a month later, I got better. I got a lot better. I went to therapy, woke up, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, today's kind of a good day. Went to therapy for the last time. Last thing I said to her was, I'm feeling great. Not the last thing I said to her, but when she said, oh, how's your day going? I said, I'm feeling great. She asked me, oh, are you on medication? Because previously we were talking about me going on depression medication. And I said, no, didn't, because I wasn't going to take medication. I don't like taking medication. I'm very avid in staying sober and sobriety. And to me, the depression medication was drugs. I told my dad I'm not taking that because that's a drug. I'm not taking a drug. I'm not putting drugs in my body. I will never do that. And I didn't need them because it turns out I got better. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, will this video do well? Due to the circumstance that I'm changing up my videos, I stopped making bulking content, workout content a while ago. What the heck? What? And around 2 days ago, I made my final workout bulking video, if you will. My channel, I noticed, was hitting the down low. I went from around 100 subs a month to maybe, what, I'd say for this month, 2. I think I lost 2. It's because the workout content is becoming stale. Actually, this is my video yesterday, or 2 days ago, actually. But I'm going to sum it down. Basically, the videos just becoming the same thing every time, and it's not entertaining anymore. I don't watch my... I don't find entertaining anymore. My jokes are all the same, you know. Yeah. I said it 2 days ago. But yeah, I'm still gonna make them. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna make them, but just not as much, and put actual editing into them. This one's not gonna have much editing. It's going to have it, but not like a movie. This feels like a documentary I'm making, and truthfully, the most edit this video is gonna have is just like some music and shit, if I were to guess. But I'm working on editing stuff, and trust me, one day you're gonna get an actual like fucking documentary style video, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna hit 1 billion views type shit. I mean, I'm joking, but that'd be kind of cool if it did. Not 1 billion views, but like blew up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That'd be sick. But probably not. But yeah, all I want to say. Um, Shout out to my girlfriend now. She is the most beautiful person I've ever met. She's amazing. She helps me whenever I need it, which I don't go through stuff much anymore. But whenever I am sad or anything, she's right there. First person I talk to, the first person that is there for me is her, and I want to thank her for everything. I want to thank all of you for the kind words. I've talked about mental health before, and I've got nice comments about it, and I appreciate all of you. I love you all, and I want to tell you, I said this before, but if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? You'll get better. If you're having a bad day, that doesn't mean the day is automatically terrible. You can turn a bad day into a good day if you just be yourself.